Family, I want you to listen, not with your ears, but with your memory. Because what we are living through right now, the gang beef, the mass incarceration, the self-hate, the black on black crime, the music that celebrates our own destruction, none of this is accidental. It feels random, it feels chaotic, but chaos can be engineered. What if I told you that much of what we're seeing today was designed some time ago? Not because we're weak, not because we're violent by nature, but because a divided people are easier to control than a united one. Right now, I want to talk to you about COINTELPRO, about the Willie Lynch blueprint, about how culture was weaponized against us, and most importantly, about the only cure. And that cure is simple, but it's not easy. We have to understand that we are together. Let's start here. No empire survives by letting oppressed people unite. Every system of domination, slavery, apartheid, Jim Crow, had one core strategy: divide the oppressed against themselves. Because when we fight each other, we never make it to the real enemy, y'all. That's not theory, that's history. The Willie Lynch letter, real or symbolic, lays out a psychological framework. Separate by age, separate by skin tone, separate by gender, separate by class, geography. But we create mistrust, create competition, create internal enemies. And once that mindset is planted, you don't need chains anymore. People will police themselves. People will destroy themselves. Then call it culture. Fast forward to the 20th century. Slavery is over, but resistance is rising. You have Black Panthers feeding kids. You have Malcolm X unifying street brothers into disciplined soldiers. You have Dr. King shifting from civil rights to economic justice. You have Fred Hampton saying, we don't fight racism with racism, we fight it with solidarity. And that scared power. So the government launched COINTELPRO, Counterintelligence Program. Its stated goal is national security. Its real goal was to prevent the rise of a united black movement. COINTELPRO didn't just spy, it disrupted, turned leaders against each other. It spread rumors, fueled paranoia, encouraged violent conflict, infiltrated gangs and organizations. It pitted groups against groups. Not to stop crime, but to stop unity. They didn't have to kill every leader. They just had to make sure we killed each other. Does this sound familiar? Let's go deeper. Let's talk about gang beefs. Because nobody wants to say this out loud, but gangs didn't start as random violence. They started as protection, identity, and survival in communities abandoned by the state. But somewhere along the line, structure became chaos. Purpose became profit. Unity became rivalry. Whole neighborhoods divided by codes, blocks, and sex. Ask yourself this. Who benefits when young black men kill young black men over territory that we don't own? Who benefits when prisons are overfull? Who benefits when funerals become the norm? Who benefits when trauma becomes tradition? Because the system doesn't lose sleep over gang wars. It counts on them. Every beef is a budget line. Everybody is justification. Every arrest is funding. This isn't accidental. It's predictable. Now let's connect the dots. Gang beef. Arrest, convictions, prison, labor, lost voting power, broken families. Mass incarceration isn't just punishment. It's population management. Entire generations removed from their communities. Children raised without fathers. Trauma normalized. Cycles repeated. And then society asks, what's wrong with them? Nothing ain't wrong with us. We were targeted, Charlotte. Tracked and trapped. You can't destabilize a people for 400 years and then blame them for wobbling, my nigga. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Rap didn't start as destruction. It started as truth-telling. But once corporate power realizes influence, they learn how to steer the message. They didn't censor out, they funded the worst parts of it. They amplified death, drugs, hyperviolence, sliding on those, and self-hate. Why? Because when Black death is entertainment, nobody asks who caused it. When beef is profitable, peace becomes bad for business. And before you say, nobody forced us to listen, understand this. Repetition programs the subconscious. If a child hears destruction before they hear self-worth, guess which one becomes the norm? That's not coincidence. That's conditioning. Genocide doesn't always look like a gas chamber. Sometimes it looks like flooded neighborhoods with drugs, schools without funding, prisons with billion-dollar budgets, music glorifying death, mental health ignored, community leaders eliminated or discredited. Genocide can be slow. It can be legal. It can be profitable. And the most dangerous kind, the kind where the victims don't realize they're participating in it. Oh, man. So what's the cure? It's not another trend or a hashtag. It's not another slogan. It's not waiting on politicians. The cure is conscious unity. Understanding this truth. If it doesn't benefit all of us, it will eventually destroy all of us. We don't have to agree on everything, but we must agree on each other's humanity. We must stop letting old programs run our minds. Stop confusing enemies with neighbors. Stop glorifying self-destruction. Stop protecting systems that profit off our mother and pain. Unity doesn't mean weakness, y'all. It means strategy. Because every movement that scared power was unified. We were not born enemies. We were made enemies. And anything that was made can be unmade. COINTELPRO only works if we stay unconscious. The Willie Lynch mindset only survives if we pass it down. But if we remember who we really are, if we recognize the game, if we choose each other, then the system loses its greatest weapon. Because the truth is simple. There is no liberation without Black unity. We are together or we are finished. We choose togetherness. I'm out.